Stephanie Davis has revealed her blood started to boil when she discovered her stalker left presents for her son Caben, 5. The TV personality, 28, has had a tough time in recent months as she was tormented by the obsessed fan who sent her gifts. Speaking on Monday's episode of This Morning, Stephanie detailed how the stalker, 43-year-old Alex Boston, was convinced they should be together. The actress said, "As soon as he mentioned Caben, and he left presents for Caben, my blood started to boil. I was really scared. I was a single mom, living at home on my own, terrifying. I had to leave my home with Caben, our safe place was violated." In her first TV interview about the terrifying experience, Stephanie told hosts Philip Schofield and Rochelle Humes it started in March last year. She said, "There were daffodils left outside my drive. That was the first time it started. My little boy Caben saw them and said, 'Mummy, can we take them inside?' And I didn't think anything of it, so I let him put them in the plant pot. Now, on reflection, if he was watching me, he, the stalker, saw that as a sign of acceptance and it just carried on." She added, "The daffodils kept coming back. I started checking my Instagram messages, I never really look in my requests. Then I started to see fake accounts, constant. I can't tell you how many there were. I'd block them and he'd make another one. There were lengthy messages and disturbing, that's when I started to notice." Philip said the stalker was sending Stephanie 7-page letters and then Stephanie caught him on CCTV. She revealed, "My whole routine was disturbed. In my mum's house were my brothers, my dad, my nan because she's got dementia. I was in bed with my mum one night, with Caben in another bed another night. It was horrible, not being able to go to your home or just to get clothes. I was literally looking over my shoulder. Every time the wind blew, I was constantly filled with anxiety." Philip asked what it does to your head and Stephanie replied, "Terrible, terrible. I think it definitely had a big impact to my mental health. I struggle with my mental health anyway, but when that happened my anxiety was through the roof. I was constantly having panic attacks, I couldn't sleep, I was up and kept checking in on Caben, panicking, imagining he wasn't there, going through all those motions." On how her stalker managed to get away with it for so long, Stephanie said, "The police were checking the letters in forensics and there were no fingerprints on there. Had worn gloves and he put a blocker to the cameras on the street, so it cut out when he walked past. I felt like I was in The Bodyguard. It was like living in a horror film." Philip asked how he was caught and Stephanie explained, "One of the letters, he messed up and left a fingerprint." And on Boston being convicted to 28 weeks in prison, Stephanie said, "I feel relieved. I slept for the first time in a long time. I still think he'll take a while. Even when I left my house yesterday, I've got a rustly plant at the end of my drive and it scared me." The actress stalker, Alex Boston, pleaded guilty on November 12 to stalking Stephanie, however he failed to turn up to sentencing on December 22. Stephanie previously told how she first noticed that someone was watching her when a delivery of hand-picked daffodils was left outside the home where she lives with her son. At first, Stephanie brushed off any harrowing thoughts and thought maybe her mother Pauline Davis had left the flowers outside her door. However, after Pauline confirmed she was not the gift giver and more presents began to arrive at the property, Stephanie began to worry. Talking about some of the gifts received, Stephanie told the Mirror, "He left a big bag of stuff that obviously he picked for me. What freaked me out was there was a little leopard print number. On reflection it makes me feel sick, as I thought he obviously looked at that, gone out and got it, and thought that it would look good on me." Stephanie said that she knew the person leaving the gifts was the same culprit, because they continued to leave bunches of daffodils with the gifts. One present was a plant, which was accompanied by a message which read, "Grow this to grow our love." While making declarations of love and admitting that he wanted to be a father to her son Caben, Stephanie, who was in a relationship with Oliver Tasker at the time, asked her then-boyfriend if he was sending the gifts. However, she said he seemed offended and confirmed that it wasn't him either. The gifts left Stephanie feeling paranoid and she began to question whether it was someone she knew in her local area, including a man who had repeatedly been asking her out on a date. A CPS spokesman said, between April 2020 and July 2021, Boston stalked Ms. Davis by bombarding her with messages via social media, delivering letters and gifts, and loitering outside her home address. Boston, of Moreton in Wirral, Merseyside, was identified through his Instagram account and fingerprint evidence on the letters, the CPS said. When his address was searched, more letters intended for Stephanie were found.